to explain. Africa case is 1960s, almost all company independent, and what happened? They don't know any kind of skill to develop diamond, to develop gold, so they're going to ask to the European countries and company to get support, and also the African president or African prime minister, they need money, okay, personally. So they try to sell European company 1/10 of asset,
Right.
and those money corrupted by president. So actually, those money not returned to the people. So this is the current situation. European people nothing wrong, and the African president asked them to support. But problem is that oil is the same. Problem is that European people, American people, okay, Shell, that's Shell. They recognize this is kind of bribe, graft, but they close their eyes and involved in that kind of corruption.
Right.
And this time goes on. And this is not just this morning. Early afternoon I discussed morale. No morale, Western. Okay, just you going to sell me 1/10 price. I'm willing to pay for you 600 million US dollars for you personally. Right. This kind of sort of thing is happening.
So
since then, time goes by. Like Tanzania, good example. Glencore is Switzerland company. Switzerland got a lot of money, right? And 7 times GDP earning. Glencore earning from Tanzania. 1/7 is their GDP, but no money is returned to Tanzania. Every money belongs to Switzerland because Tanzania former president sold all right, mineral right, mining right to Swiss corporate Glencore. So Glencore just only they don't do nothing wrong, but actually go
like Shell in Nigeria.
Yeah, the same. Every company same. But this kind of sort of, what I'm saying, new colonialism actually.
Right, it is.
Right? But Japanese company, Japanese government never do that. It's very strange. I don't know how come. But Japanese company.
Well, first of all, because they didn't have any colonies.
No.
But Switzerland also didn't.
No, I tell you, no kind of mindset. Like for example, Japanese going to the currently Japanese supporting South Sudan. Okay? Japanese country government supporting South Sudan. They don't do any kind of involvement for the corruption. Only support for the South Sudan agriculture department, gives them government planning for long range planning for agriculture, spending a couple of years. That's all. And after 2 years, what happened? Everybody is retreat from South Sudan. Self-defense force the same. They spend 5 years and they finish their term and they're going back. And nothing remains. That's all. In Japan, it's always like that. This is I don't know why. Maybe moral. Maybe our history. Still, we have a kind of Confucius mindset or something. It's different from Westerners. Western never like that. Okay, you go and sell me, kind of mining. They try to keep it, okay, stock and keep it, and they try to retire from those countries. But Japanese never do that. This is my feeling. I want to get your opinion from Westerners. Oh, I don't understand why. Why is the basis for the background? And
So
if I go into World War II, okay, Japanese organized South Asia's president, prime minister invite to Tokyo, and they try to organize, encourage them to get independent. And this is Westerners always, this is imperialism. Japanese government intend to imperialism, try to control those countries. No, they didn't think that. Purely, they encourage them to be independent. This is strange. Japanese people every time doing like that. I don't know why. Okay, Philippines occupied Indonesia and Malay, Singapore. They did nothing. No intention to invade them.
No, okay. Okay. So, having a little on-the-ground experience, I know it's not really altruism what the Japanese government is doing. when it comes to projects in developing nations. But it's no comparison as to what, for example, Shell has been doing in Nigeria.
No. I know very well Citibank. Now, current Citibank. And also I just surveyed Citibank Indonesia. It's completely different from Japanese bank. They don't care about any kind of lenders reaction from customer. What kind of things they're going to do that. Terrible. Indonesia case is killed lending people in Indonesia. Lending people.
Killed? Are you sure?
Yeah. I put on the book.
Are you sure?
Yeah. They hired
to kill
yeah.
people who could not pay their debt?
You need your hand get dirty.
Correct. So basically, these colonies, they have always been ruled as a divide and rule. So they would find a small base of power, or put some kind of minority into power into these colonies, and then give their ally in the country, give them money and weapons in order to maintain the stability for the colonialist power. Example, Iran, for example. King, who was it?
Pahlavi.
Pahlavi. He was a typical puppet of the British government later. And the only reason why he was in power, because he was supported by the British, because they wanted to have oil from Iran. Now, that happened on a large scale. So when colonialist countries became independent, there was already a history of divide and rule. There was no democracy. There were no institutions to actually support these countries. So very soon, these countries became dictatorial countries with all their natural resources. There was a very small power base, so very easy to manipulate by Western powers, because they only had a few hands that they needed to fill in order to control the majority of those natural.
Okay, Japanese military, they never do that before. Also, they had agencies. Like Manchuria in China, many places they had agency, and they distributed money, and they try to consider for the opposition of Chinese government. A lot of things they did, but not like Westerners people. What they did. Westerners, they just try to get into some portion, and the minority, and give them money, and also in return, they got something. Japanese military, in return, they didn't get any return for putting money on there. I don't know why. He knows very well, and I don't know why Japanese is they sort of honest and never chasing returns or kind of sort of things. And Japan only invaded South Asia and China, but they didn't do anything at all.
Can I maybe a theory? I don't know, because I'm way too far off to actually know anything.
One exception is Indonesia, Dutch woman. They try to hire as a prostitute, comfort woman, because Japanese is never touching white woman before. I understand this is a bad soldiers or kind of senior members try to treat them, but that's only one exception. Any other things is very fair and very pure mind. It's unbelievable.